At MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center, you're not just a number. We offer individualized care for each of our patients, plus prescription delivery and medication management.
Bringing the pharmacist back to the community, MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It is Monday, March 24th, 2025 at 1 o'clock. That means it's time for MedsPLUS Medical Minute. So we are so excited to be here today for another edition of MedsPLUS Medical Minute. I am Dr. Pauline.
I'm Dr. Jennifer.
And we're excited today to have a special guest edition. Our special guest is on her way into the studio, and so we'll wait a moment for her to come in. But in the meantime, we want to let you know that we're excited to continue this topic of the life-changing medications, GLP-1s. And Dr. Jennifer, you want to give us a brief summary or just kind of your thoughts on the our conversation so far? Okay, so I guess we're having some technical difficulties. So I'll give my thoughts. So first of all, I want to commend everybody who's already reached out to us to schedule your complimentary discovery call. We've had several people call in who are interested in learning more on how you can lose weight, but not only lose weight, but have a better, healthier lifestyle, and also decrease the chance of some of your chronic conditions by using these new weight loss medications. Dr. Jennifer's back, everybody.
Yes. So we are excited to continue this series because we've seen some life-changing things to happen. So we want to be able to talk to someone that can give you their firsthand experience so you don't have to listen to us all the time. And we are happy to bring her on as she gets situated. So she's actually coming from her car. We were hoping we could, she was hoping to get to us before we started, but that's okay. She's looking beautiful as always. So let me introduce who we have today as our special guest. Today we have Dr. Elena Alexander, affectionately known as Dr. Lany. She is a 2014 graduate of our alma mater, McWhorter School of Pharmacy. She is the founder of EquiCare Pharmacy, which is a pharmacist-led community collaborative with a mission to advance health equity by empowering communities with wellness solutions. She currently works with seniors, underserved rural populations, and unhoused communities across Alabama. She is the board director for the Alabama Diabetes Association, Birmingham Community Leadership Board, and the Alabama Asthma Coalition. She enjoys spending time with her husband, her boo, her bae, and family, traveling, and who doesn't love taking a good nap? We would like to introduce Dr. Lany.
Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. Hi, girl.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, doing great.
You two look beautiful per use.
You too. Thank you.
So Dr. Lany, I will never forget, and we go way, way back, so try not to date us too much, but when I used to work at this other place, Dr. Lany worked there as well, and I'll never forget the first time I walked into her store to meet her, she was like, but one of the best professional pharmacists around, so excellent work job she did, and continues to do. But I remember recently, we were at an event at the Star Church, and we were in the parking lot talking, and I told you, you know what, we're about to do the semaglutide compound, and you were like, oh, I'm not so sure. And I was like, but why? So we're going to kind of pick it up from there and have you share in your own way.
Oh, mercy. I did. I was a bit squeamish at first, for a couple of reasons. One, and this is very superficial, but the Ozempic butt, Ozempic face, Ozempic neck that you see people post and talk about. I didn't want that. So I was afraid of that. And then also, the GLP-1s were not as readily available as they are now. There was a lot of supply issues, and I felt bad, maybe even guilty about potentially taking the medication away from someone who was a type 2 diabetic, because I am not. So I think those were my two biggest hesitations.
Okay. So now that you're on this journey, I'm sorry, go ahead, continue.
Okay. I say that two things that really changed my mind was, one, we got Wegovy and Zepbound are now available. We have more that are FDA approved for weight loss. I think before we just had maybe Saxenda, and it's like, so we have more available. The demand is being met by the drug companies now. And then also, I say 70% of what changed my mind was my mom. She started doing a clinical trial with her primary care physician for a GLP-1. Of course, you don't know which one. And I didn't see any Ozempic face, Ozempic butt, none of the sagging or anything on her. So I was like, maybe, just maybe I'll be okay. So after seeing her take it, and she had really good success and she still looked good, I was like, let's give it a whirl. Let's go for it. So I started September of last year, and I have lost 50 pounds so far. Woo woo, yay! And that's just the cherry that's on top with the weight loss. It really has changed my life, and I thank you guys. Like, every time, well, not every time, but most of the times I saw you, y'all were always putting in a plug for GLP-1s and really hyping them up. But it has really changed my life completely. Before, with so I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, and it affects fertility, it affects energy, it affects everything. It looks very similar, like on lab work, it can look very similar to diabetes. It's a form of pre-diabetes. But with my menstrual cycles, I would have maybe anywhere from 2 to 3, maybe 4 a year. And when I would have them, on average, it lasted anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks. It's just whatever she wanted to do that month. And it was hard to have a normal life, when you're having, and it wasn't just like little light spotting. Like, I'm in adult diapers trying to keep myself clean. I got to go to the bathroom every 1 hour was pushing it. I used to set alarms on my phone. So that made it difficult to work. That made it difficult to be social, because your energy is in the trash can when you're hemorrhaging like this. I could not work out because I can't even sit in a chair without messing up my clothes, let alone trying to do Zumba, or lifting weights or squatting. So all the things the doctor was saying I needed to do, I couldn't. I physically could not. And since starting the GLP-1, I have had a cycle every month. She comes on her own, like clockwork, and 6-7 days she's out of here. And now I may have 2 days in diapers. I don't mean to be graphic, but I get to have a life now. So now when the doctor says make sure you're getting in physical activity, if I don't go to the gym now, it's because I'm being lazy. It's not because I literally can't go. Let's say the weight loss. There you go. The weight loss is just a cherry on top. I get to have a life now, and that's
wow. I really appreciate you being as vulnerable as you have been. That is very honest and transparent of you. And I appreciate that for our viewers who follow us, because we pride ourselves not only being subject matter experts, but when we bring people onto this platform, we want to be able to share the real. So thank you so very much. Um, Also, you're a newlywed, right?
Yes.
So we're thinking about having children, starting a family, and you mentioned the PCOS. So now you've pretty much gotten your reproductive health in a more positive direction.
Mm-hmm.
That is great. I do remember years ago when you were in the gym walking, you would always video your journey and share it on your social media platform. So when I've seen you doing lately, I was like, oh, Dr. Lany is back. So you're actually putting those lifestyle behaviors in place. Number one, you can't rely just on the medication. Number two, you've gotten a second chance or another opportunity to do the things that you love to do. But
Yes.
as things progressed, it made it more difficult.
Yes. I know I was MIA for a while on social media because I used to love, I fell in love with the gym, and it got to a point where I couldn't go. With starting a family and even just doing marital things with my husband, it's a possibility now. God bless him and his patience, not to be I don't mind being open and honest. When you're bleeding for 2 months at a time, it's tough. Also, with the fertility journey, when we first went to the fertility specialist, the first goal was to make sure we both were as healthy as possible and that we didn't have any underlying issues that would cause complications down the line with the pregnancy. So for me, that was getting the PCOS in check because it was just out of control. And it's the GLP-1 is giving me hope, because before I just had metformin alone plus physical activity and nutrition, and the metformin, it was trying. She was doing her best, but my case was so severe, it just wasn't enough. And so now it's really given us hope. It's like, okay, well, it's a possibility now. I'm having cycles regularly. I'm ovulating. My body is doing what it needs to do now to move towards getting pregnant. So that's just mind blowing, because we had discussed alternative options, surrogacy, adoption, but we might be able to do it on our own now. So that's amazing.
That is amazing. I can't wait to have you back on when we are able to share the good news.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I wanted to hop back in because I too struggle with fertility that was secondary to PCOS. And I remember the days of, going to the fertility specialist and doing the injections and taking the metformin, 2,000 milligrams a day, and all the things. And I was able to conceive one child being, obese, but I will say my second child, who came 2 years later, was conceived naturally because I lost 100 pounds and things started to happen naturally. So it's definitely, infertility is definitely a huge part of PCOS in addition to all the other things. But once your body begins to do what it's normally supposed to do, it does increase the chances. So I'm very excited to hear you talking about that.
Oh, we shall see.
Yes.
I'm thinking, okay, I asked for one more hot girl summer. So after my birthday, we're going back.
There you go.
One more. But also, Dr. Jennifer, about what you were saying about you can't just rely on the medication only. You have to do the things. You have to make sure you're drinking your water, eating your protein. making sure you get your electrolytes in, because if you don't, either A, you'll get sick, B, you may even gain weight, or C, both. So it's not like you just do the shot and just go on with life. Like, it takes planning your meals. Like, I write out a list every week of things that I need to get from the grocery store, and I make sure that I get plenty of protein, high protein items in it.
Yes, yes. And I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of times when we think about the Ozempic face, the Ozempic, but when we lose weight and we lose it rather quickly, we lose our muscle tone. So a way to combat that is to make sure that you're having that protein at each meal, even with your snacks, to help to combat that. But also, what you talked about and mentioned that you're doing is the exercise and doing that resistance training to where it doesn't fall off too fast, but then you're able to tone and not be all saggy.
Yes.
And I think that's a good place where we can ask Dr. Lany. So from before GLP to now, how have you changed? You talked about kind of meal planning. What are some things that you enjoy eating? What are some activities that you enjoy doing? How have you changed those parts of your behaviors?
So for activity, I do like body pump. I'm dying, but I like it. It's just totally all resistance, either body weight or metal weights. I do water aerobics, and I have to watch my cardio, because my doctor put me on a restriction, because cardio like boosts cortisol, and with the PCOS, I already have enough of that going on. So, but for cardio, I do like water aerobics. For foods, I love the Oikos Pro. I drink a lot of my calories now. That's a big difference. The Oikos Pro, and then also Chobani makes like a yogurt drink. There's anywhere from like 15 to 30 grams of protein in those. Premier Protein, chocolate peanut butter flavor, protein shakes. I love those. Any type of Greek yogurt, Better Goods, Oikos Pro again, cottage cheese, any type of.
So this is kind of like what she's talking about, guys. Protein. Protein in your snacks. Yogurt is a great way to do that. And then just the convenient protein shakes. And even if it's your goal is not for weight loss, as we age, we lose muscle mass. Protein is a way to help combat that as well.
Yes. Those are some of my faves. I follow a lot of people on TikTok that do recipes for diabetes management. A lot of them are lower carb, higher protein, chicken, broccoli, green beans. So I'll just save that video. Let's try that. Let's try that for dinner. So, before I ate a lot of carbs, and that was just it was the PCOS. I know people think, oh, you can control what you eat, but sometimes no, you can't. And like it's beyond just I think I want something a little sweet. It's like, I need something sweet or something deep fried and high in carbs now. And like your body's like, I need it now. You'll find yourself getting out of bed at 11:30 going to get it. So those cravings are under control now too. So no more late night bun runs.
Love that. And I know one of the things you talked about was your hesitancy at first. If we have people who are watching who are hesitant to maybe start a GLP-1 or afraid of some of the side effects y'all talked about, what would you say? Because you're a pharmacist, but you're also a patient, and I think that has some value.
Give it a shot. Give it a try. At the end of the day, this worst case scenario is you're where you started. The only side effects I had was I had a little bit of nausea, and this was all within the first month. On shot day, I would have a little bit of nausea. It would last maybe 5 minutes, and that would happen like a couple times a day. And I also had some cramping in my legs in the morning time. So I started adding some hydration booster to my water a couple days a week. And then on shot day, I just kind of really upped my protein. And after the first month, I didn't have any issues at all. So give it a try. Like, You have excellent pharmacists like Dr. Jennifer, Dr. Pauline, that understand the medications. They understand ways to help alleviate these side effects along the way, and they can educate you on them ahead of time. So you kind of like know what to expect. But give it a try. Like, it's, aside from the weight loss, and if it is only weight loss for you, like, it's going to change your life in some way.
Mhm. I completely agree.
I can say you have gone above and beyond. I really appreciate your, once again, being transparent. As Dr. Pauline said, as a pharmacist, as a patient, you have a different understanding behind the medication itself and the goals that you're trying to achieve. So a lot of times when we're focused on one goal, such as the weight loss, then we're getting all of these other benefits that we did not know were available to us because we may have been in a certain position for a long period of time. So it's a new beginning. That's how I like to talk about it as well, to experience what health and wellness can be for you. And you won't know unless you try.
Yes, you gotta give it a try.
Completely agree. Well, we definitely want to thank Dr. Lany for stopping by the MedsPLUS Medical Minute studio to talk to us about your journey with GLPs. We are so proud of you. We can't wait to see you because it's been a while since we've seen you in person. Can't wait to see you and hug your neck. And of course, continued success with, well, you know what? Let's talk about that a little bit. If you want to share anything about what you're doing, because you are a pharmacist extraordinaire as well. So if you want to share anything about EquiCare or what you're doing, things that people should know about what's going on.
Sure. So EquiCare RX is just a pharmacist-led, because it's me, community care collaborative. And basically, that's just me and my friends. And by friends, I mean just other professionals and organizations I've been fortunate to connect with along the entrepreneurship journey. Just coming together, seeing how we can work with each other, just to empower our communities. Alabama is one of the poorest states in the country, and so there's lots of opportunities to come together and fix things and solve problems, especially in healthcare. So I've been doing some great work with Church of the Reconciler in downtown Birmingham, providing medication education, referrals to primary care so they can get back on their medicines, and then we can have conversations about, adherence and how they help with their overall health. And I'm also working with Stanford University down in Perry, Sumter County and Mobile County, working with children and encouraging self-led asthma management, and making sure, they have access to their medications. We did a summer camp last summer, and I think they're doing it again this summer, but we had like a pharmacy day, and it was great just to be able to talk to the kids about their medications. And then we're trying to incorporate community health workers. It's a work in progress, but to really utilize community health workers and a lot of the technology that's available through the health department, because broadband is an issue in that area. So really utilizing the resources that are there to bring, better wellness solutions to the people.
Yeah, and I think that's a noble cause, especially in today's climate where things like health equity, which 3 or 4 years ago was a buzzword, and there were lots of dollars and grants and funding to promote health equity. But nowadays it's kind of taboo. So, and the truth of the matter is the work is still there. The needs are still there. It's just a matter of, depending on which administration is in place, whether you can say those words or not. So I applaud you for continuing the work, even though it's not the, buzzword right now, because the need is definitely still there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just want to applaud you on all the things, Dr. Lany, to see you as a new pharmacist out of pharmacy school, to see the different paths that you've chosen to become your bold and authentic self. I love what I am seeing, and I am rooting for you. MedsPLUS is rooting for you. And we always talk about it's not about competition, it's about collaboration. Just as we are here today. And I still want to do that podcast.
I I know. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. I just totally dove into getting my life together for baby making. I'm so sorry. I've been reclusive.
It's okay.
No,
But yeah, we got to do it. That would be awesome.
yeah,
We got
yeah.
lots of stories to tell. So.
We do. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining today. Dr. Lany, I'll do like Ricky Smiley. Tell us where you can be reached.
Yes.
So I am on most social media platforms at Dr. Lany, DOCTORLANY. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. On LinkedIn, they got me by my government name, Elena Alexander. And on Instagram, you can follow the business at Equicare RX.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining today. I don't see any questions. We did get one wow, and I think it was when you were sharing your weight loss journey and how it's helped regarding your PCOS. So we did get a wow. And of course, we're all amazed. But we do want to thank you for joining this week's MedsPLUS Medical Minute. We will be back on Monday at 1:00 with additional topics to help you live well. So everybody have a great week and a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Hey, Dr. Blue. Bye, Dr. Blue.
Hey, Dr. Blue.
At MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center, results matter. Empower your health journey with a pharmacy that puts you first. Plus, we offer prescription delivery and medication management.
Bringing the pharmacist back to the community. MedsPLUS Consulting Pharmacy and Wellness Center.